General Montgomery and soldiers of the British 8th Army just after smashing past the Maret line. As the 8th Army drives on Gabes, nearing a final junction with its U.S. allies, Montgomery gets an informal visit from General Eisenhower, Allied Commander-in-Chief. Alamein, Tobruk, Benghazi, Tripoli, the Maret line behind them, the British now triumphantly occupy Gabes, Highland Pipers leading the way.
The 8th Army, never stopping to regroup, pushes on. 25-pounders open up on the German tanks. Gurka infantrymen. They storm the Maret Heights in hand-to-hand fighting. Now they swarm ahead. Here are the Americans in inland Tunisia, north of the British. A U.S. half-track duels with a Nazi tank. The tank loses. Yanks, crouched in foxholes, hold the ground.
4:30 a.m., heavy artillery barrage preceding every U.S.-British advance. As the 8th Army goes up the coast, the Americans penetrate nearer and nearer from the west. The long-awaited rendezvous of brothers in arms approaches. Here it is. American tankmen and a lorry full of British infantrymen make a dash for each other. Johnny Doughboy, meet Tommie Atkins. This is Hill 609, just outside Mateur, and the most important single link in the chain of Nazi defenses guarding Bizerte. After a swift, stunning forced march from the south, American artillery and infantry here won their climax engagement of the North Africa campaign. Less than a mile from Mateur, which the Nazis give up without a fight, into Ferryville at the southern tip of Lake Bizerte, last town before Bizerte itself and the Mediterranean. The Americans pour in. For the first time they are met by civilians and get a joyous welcome. Our troops enter the great port of Bizerte. They move cautiously, for enemy snipers still lurk in the ruins, and the battle is not over until the last Nazi has been killed or made prisoner. The battle for Bizerte is over. Simultaneously, the British take Tunis. With the same electric suddenness with which it began, the campaign in North Africa ends. Now comes the battle for Europe, which Nazi soldiers like these have terrorized, where millions whom they have trampled and tortured await a reckoning. December 7th, 1941. Japanese aircraft carriers, now within striking range of the Hawaiian Islands, carry out a mission of destruction secretly planned for months by the warlords of Tokyo. Bombers warm up on the decks. Now, bound for Pearl Harbor, they swarm into the skies. Undetected until too late, they reach Hawaiian shores before a single shot is fired. The bombardment begins over the U.S. Army's great air base at Hickam Field. Runways are knocked out. 97 Army bombers and fighters are destroyed and many others disabled. This is what it was like the last day of Corregidor, May 6, 1942. Here, beaten, sick at heart, are American soldiers in surrender. Never before in history have American fighting men had to face humiliation like this. General Wainwright, his was the ugly duty of surrender. Now, along with 28,000 U.S. and Filipino troops, 8,000 U.S. civilians, he is a prisoner of the Jap. April 1942, the aircraft carrier USS Hornet, flagship of a task force led by Admiral William Halsey, rolled through heavy Pacific seas on a combined Army and Navy mission that is to stir the world, the bombing of Japan. B-25 twin-motored bombers are lashed down on the flight deck of the Hornet. Here is Shangri-La. 8:20 a.m., 0 hour, painstakingly rehearsed in utmost secrecy for months. The first time in history that Army medium bombers will take off in numbers from a Navy carrier. Jimmy Doolittle himself leads the flight. Another B-25. It rises steeply from the deck. Here is the Yokosuka Naval Base. The raiders smash armament plants, rail yards, oil refineries in Tokyo, Yokohama, Kobe, and Osaka. The planes have incredibly bad luck after leaving Japan. All but one crashes. 64 of the 80 men have since come back. Our air reconnaissance radios a big Jap convoy sneaking its way from Rabaul across the Bismarck Sea. At every airfield operations room, keen, hard, alert flyers receive their instructions. With precision and speed, the attack gets underway. Here's part of the convoy ahead. This ship is still unharmed. A Beaufort fighter zooms in for a strafing attack. Once again. A salute to the Japs as the fighters head home. The score, every one of 22 invasion-bent Jap ships sunk, 15,000 Jap soldiers killed, 102 Jap planes shot down. A victory roll over the field, traditional symbol of success. Victors of the Bismarck Sea, war's greatest triumph of land planes over ships, but only a sample of what these men may do when our Pacific offensive really begins.